What's up, family? I'm Real Mike Rob. Make sure you tuning in to the 3-point conversion radio. They got all of it and they keep it funky. Let's get it.
What up? What up? What up? It's your man, Mr. Controversy. Did you miss me? Yo, I am back inside the 3-point conversion sports lounge. Well, I should say we are back. Shout out to my guy Mace. Mace is on the way. Mace, believe it or not, he was in traffic, man. It's been a pile up on 285. I think it was tied 285. I don't know where it is. Let me stop lying. But he was on his way. He was on his way home from work, and yeah, and he was telling me that it was a pile up. A car flipped on the back, and then it was a big pile up. So they was in traffic for like what 2 hours. Not bad. He was in 2 hours, I believe. So. But he is on his way. As soon as he get in, he said he jumping in, man. But what up, man? Yeah, Jacob. I'm sleeping in the mug though, Jacob. It's been a long day. But we here, baby. I'm ready to talk, man. Talk sports, man. Got a lot to talk about. Very excited. A lot of stuff went down, and of course, we got a good show for y'all, man. First of all, we have to talk about the situation with Anthony Richardson. I don't know who didn't see this coming. I hear it's a lot of people in Indianapolis that are shocked, but I definitely saw this coming. But either or, we're going to talk about that as far as him not being named the starter is going to Daniel Jones. I don't think nobody should be shocked about that, but we're going to get into it, man. We're going to talk about that. Also, we are talking. It's been crazy with, he was definitely a horrible first round choice. And I ain't taking no money. I ain't trying to take the money out of his pocket or rooting against the brother because I was rooting for him, whatever. But if y'all watch college football, y'all knew he wasn't that. But like I said, we gonna get into that. Also, we are talking about fantasy football, man. We got Vincent the Fantasy Guru coming on. Fantasy football, a lot of leagues have their drafts, whether it's online or in person. But we got Vincent the Fantasy Guru coming on to talk about that. I got to talk about my Chicago Bears. Definitely want to hear what everybody think, but just let me start off by saying this, and we'll get into that later. As a Bears fan, shoot, if you're not a Bears fan, never in the history, and this is sad, but hey, it's reality, never in the history of Chicago Bears organization, even when we was in Chicago, I forgot the other name we were, but the fact that we have never seen a team look like that ever. And I'm not even talking about just scoring points, scoring 38 points. No, I'm talking about the scheme, the routes, the crisp play calling, the quarterback play from every quarterback we had, the blocking, all of that. Never, ever looked like that. Never, What up, cuz? Never. So, yeah, I got to talk about that. Also, man, we still got to talk about, once again, the Cleveland Browns. Um, hey, and not even just about a quarterback situation, but Quashawn Jukins, he's been, I shouldn't say, they're saying they're not gonna formal charge him with anything, right? With case with pending, but the Browns haven't signed him yet. Talking about it's a possibility that they might wait to NFL do their investigation, which don't make sense to me. Whatever. But then of course we got to talk about the quarterback situation. Them name is Flacco. I don't know why that was news. That might show up later on and stop it. I don't know. But but now Kenny Pickett is back. So we got to talk about that. You got 3 quarterbacks behind Flacco right now. And then Deshaun is still going to come back in the middle of the season. So I can't wait. It's going to be crazy. Yeah, it was amazing, Jacob. That Bears win. It definitely was amazing. Also, man, we got to talk about Michael Harris from the Atlanta Braves. He is on a tear right now, and it's funny because we just talked about him, and we were talking about the most indispensable player for the Braves besides Ronald Acuna, and I mentioned I thought it would be Michael Harris. I think it's Michael Harris, second or third. But I mentioned him, just because his fielding alone, but he's slumping like everybody else on the Braves or he was slumping like everybody else. So you can't blame him. But I think once he's on, it's a wrap. And you see right now he's on fire. So shout out to him. We're going to talk about that. Then we got Dr. Fowler coming on with your injury report. We got some injuries to report. And then we got quick hits. And of course, the question of the day. So please let your family and friends know they go to the show live on the 3 Point Conversion Facebook page, also on the 3 Point Conversion YouTube channel. Yo, it's time to get to these quick hits. Let's get it. So, first off, the Falcons had to carry right tackle Caleb McCary off on a cart today, which was sad. It was very sad. We don't know what the extent of the injury, but we know they carried him off. They're going to do an MRI, but it didn't look good. A lot of people worried. It's funny because he just got his money and all of that. Then this happened. So we'll see what happens with that situation. Like I said, it's not a good look, man. But you know what? This is my thing with that. I'm not going to lie. And y'all tell me if y'all agree with me. So with the Falcons, they're not playing Penix, right? They're not even playing their starters. So some people might look at this and say, see, that's the reason why we don't play our starters. No, this is the reason why you play your starters, because it's not just the game, it's practice also. But you play your starters so they can be better, they can be better equipped, they can be ready for the season. Like I've stated before, I've said it so many times on this show. You don't play, you don't get ready at the beginning of the season to be ready for the season. That doesn't make sense. You have to be ready during preseason. This new age, were they scared? I don't know. Jacob, cuz whoever else y'all know, when we watched football 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago, the starters played in preseason, right? They played first game, you might play a series, right? Second game, you might play to the first quarter. Third game, this was a dress rehearsal, as they used to always call it. And what would happen? They would play up until halftime. But when it was time for the regular season, they were ready. But now you look at today, you look at a lot of teams. Look how Atlanta Falcons started last year. We're talking about the Falcons. Look how they started last year. They didn't play Cousins in the preseason at all. They didn't play the first or the starters in the preseason at all. They got off to a slow start because of that. So all I'm saying is, with every team, you got to play. I'm going to keep saying it. You look at the Kansas City Chiefs, they always play their starters. Buffalo Bills, they play. Usually the teams that play their starters in preseason, at some capacity, they're ready when the season starts. They always come, they're starting well, they're starting quick, they're starting fast. Where the teams who hadn't played, they start slow. The offense starts slow. It takes a while for the offense to get going. Andy Dalton played last year. And look what happened. Andy Dalton, I'm sorry, but Sam Darnold. Look what happened in the regular season. Minnesota jumped to a hot start. That's all I'm saying. So Falcons, come on, man. Like I know y'all not gonna play the starters in Dallas, coming up this weekend, but watch they come off to a slow start. You know what I'm saying? The offense or whatever, because you're not playing against competition. Joint end practice is not the same as regular practice. You can't tackle. You can't hit. You're still not going 100 miles per hour. We're giving 100%. So that's all I'm saying. Not even playing Cousins, which is ridiculous. That means 90% of the reps are third stringers. You're right. And it doesn't make sense. That's all I'm saying. And then they're going to wonder why they start off slow. That's all I'm saying. So we'll see what happens. Moving on. Jake Paul. I was shocked when I saw this. Jake Paul and Gervonta Tank Davis are scheduled to fight on November 14th of this year. I think it's Most Valuable Promotions. That's Jake Paul's. That's who he's with. Jake Paul. That's his. That's who he's under, the promotion. I think it's his as well. But they're promoting the fight, so they'll be taking care of everything. They're still trying to wait to see if they're going to come up, or see how many rounds they're going to come up with, or how many rounds they're going to fight. And then I believe. Let me see. I think they they're looking for the rounds and how many rounds they're going to fight. And they still haven't came up with I guess what they're fighting for, I guess, but just the simple fact. What up, TJ? The fact that they're fighting is crazy. I guess for the first time, finally, you have Jake Paul fighting somebody that's a real contender, the Rocky version. But at the same time, I'm just surprised why Gervonta took this fight. I mean, dog, I know you got, and that's my dog. I ain't trying to clown, but I know you was just, you was just in the draw your last bout or fight. But I know you ain't pressing for money. So I'm just wondering why. You know what I'm saying? That don't make sense to me. I don't know. I'm confused on that. But either or, shout out to Jake Paul for finally fighting somebody worthy, so we'll see. Moving on, Coco Gauff fires her manager, Matthew Daly, days before U.S. Open, man. That seems kind of weird. So I'm wondering if they had gotten a fight, or because usually if you're preparing for U.S. Open, you're trying to, all right, I'm not going to fire my manager. Then I will, I'm sorry, not manager, but coach. I will fire my coach maybe like a week before, not a week before, but like 2 or 3 months before. So I could bring in another coach and we can start working and everything. But days just before the U.S. Open, now you say, all right, we're going to go ahead and fire this coach. Something seems rocky about that. So we'll see how that goes. And then last but not least, the Bears are going to be good. I'm just kidding. All right, I'm just playing. We're going to get to the Bears later on, man. Whatever. So we're going to leave that alone. But we do got a treat for you. I got to bring in my brother, man. Like I stated before, it's time for fantasy. Jacob, let me know if you're in fantasy. I don't know if you're in fantasy or not, but we got fantasy football. Cuz, I don't know if you're in fantasy football. Whoever else is watching, are y'all into fantasy football? If y'all are, y'all got to listen up, man, because we got a special guest, the one, the only, Mr. Vince, the Fantasy Guru. What up, bro?
Good.
What's going on, man?
What's going on, Mr. Controversy? How you doing, my brother?
I'm good. You turn your mic up just a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, let me make sure I can hear you. Um,
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
yeah, I can hear you now. So,
Okay.
so hold on. That's Mace calling me right now.
yeah.
All right, man. So first
T-
off,
yeah. Tell Mace, man. You know, you should be here, man. Tell him the Waffle House they shut down early today.
all right. So anyway, let's
Oh,
get going, man. All right.
oh
So
man.
you got a couple of haters in here. Um,
Yeah. I mean, probably because the hat, but I'm not gonna worry about that. Y'all whooped us, so it's preseason. It's okay.
okay. So first off, I gotta ask. I gotta ask. He said that says the mosquitoes are biting outside and he needs to light the torch. So you haven't
Oh.
talked tight ends yet, right? And
Right.
it's we all know that Brock Bowers is the first tight end basically to go off the board. We know that, right? It's funny that he was a rookie last year and look what he's done. No more Kelsey, but it's Bowers. Probably 98, 99% of the drafts. But I want to ask you, which tight ends do you have going right after him, though? Like your top two or three?
Well, right after Bowers, I would probably say Trey McBride, tight end from the Arizona Cardinals.
Mm,
Over 11. He had over 100 plus receptions, over 11, over 1,000 yards, but he just doesn't score enough touchdowns. But in PPR formats, I mean, he's golden. He only had two touchdowns last year, but it was to the point where I think we were watching the game that Kyle was trying like his last like couple plays. He was like, "Dude, we gotta have this man score a touchdown." So,
mhm,
but if we can get those numbers to spark up, even more. I mean, the boy's a beast. So if he could just add a little bit more, get a couple more touchdowns, man. Shane McBride's he's gonna be right there, 1A, 1B to Brock Bowers. Um, my second one will be, no, I mean, we got to go with old George Kittle, man. George Kittle, San Francisco 49ers. Uh, he had a great fantasy season last year, 78 receptions. He had over 1,100 yards, and he scored 8 touchdowns. So that's Brock Purdy's main guy. With all those injuries they got going on over there right now, they're gonna need somebody like George Kittle to rely on. So
mhm.
those would be my top two. And then of course, after them, you got your Sam Laportas and Travis, the old reliable Travis Kelsey, and all those guys. So
So let me ask you this quickly. So what about Darren Waller? Not Darren Waller. Is it? Yeah, Darren Waller. He just signed with Miami.
who?
Uh,
No, I'm just
is
kidding.
it
I'm just
Darren,
kidding.
Darren
No,
Waller?
Dan
Yeah,
Waller.
yeah. He just signed with Miami. You stupid. With he's coming back. I think he tried to. What was he trying to act or something? Like do his acting career or whatever. But
Yeah, rapping. He was rapping, I think.
yeah, he was rapping, singing, something like that. Yeah. But
Hmm.
do you think? Do you think that he can become a factor sometime in the season? Because I know right now, like I think it was just reported that he just got to the team. From and I think we talked off the air, it was undisclosed reasons, but either or, probably get in shape. But now
Hmm.
he's with them. Do you see them being, see him being a valuable option late in the season? And I guess late in the rounds, like a sleeper, like a 10th, 11th round pick.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, when he played, he was a beast. Uh, but again, he just kind of fell out of love out of the game and decided to retire. So it's gonna take him a little while to get back in football shape. Really, I mean, just like any other receiver and tight end that plays for Miami, it all depends on Tua's health. If Tua's healthy, he's going to get that ball. I mean, look what Jonas Smith did.
Right.
Last season. So I mean, he had a stellar year too. Even though Tua didn't, he got hurt, but still, I mean, Jonah was a beast at tight end, and Dan Waller is a lot bigger. I mean, he's taller and demands the ball more. So I like him as like a very sleeper. He'll probably be someone's like second, bye week replacement
Mhm.
for someone like a George Kittle.
Yeah, I agree. So, but I was just like I said, I was wondering about that. So, what are your
Hmm.
thoughts on some of the receivers that most people were high on last year but didn't live up to the hype?
Oh, there was a few of them. First of all, was Marvin Harrison Jr. Remember, in a lot of our drafts we had, he was going like late first round. I mean, like the early second round. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, he totally disappointed. I mean, he had, but going, now he's like a wide receiver too with upside. Second year, hopefully Kyler Murray build a little bit more confidence in him, and he'll play more. But he only had 65 receptions last year. But he did score about 8 touchdowns. But I'm really expecting him to do a little bit more this year. I would love for him to get at least 80 to 90 catches. Hopefully he'll get over 1,000 yards, and maybe he'll double that touchdown to get over 10. So, but yeah, he was a little disappointing last year. Chris Olave from the
Yeah.
Saints, yeah, he kind of hurt everyone last year. Unfortunately, the boy's so young. He's only like 25. I think he's 25, 26 years old, and those concussions just ate him up last year. And he just had a horrible year where he only had like 32 receptions and only scored like one touchdown. So, and now he's even in a worse situation because we don't even know who's star quarterback for the Saints right now.
No, we don't.
Look, I heard you may be the star quarterback. Oh, but yeah, we don't know who's the star quarterback over there, man. So I just kind of feel bad for Olave, this season. I mean, he's definitely dropping
Mhm.
in drafts. But and then of course, we can always go with Tyreek Hill. But of course, we just talked about what happened with him with his wrist injuries and so forth. But I mean, again, with Tua out, it's hard to put him on that plateau of first five wide receiver status, and then plus all the issues that's going on with him right now. We don't know. So yeah, those three definitely in my top.
Now, I gotta ask you about this. I was talking about the Bears earlier and how, like, man, we never seen the Bears play like this before, and all the quarterbacks play well, and certain players play well, and all of that. But what players have you seen in preseason, or what have you seen from preseason from a fantasy perspective that make you say, "Wow, like just caught my eye"? And so I got my eye on this person in the draft that I didn't have. I really wasn't quite high on, not beforehand, but now I got my eye on him.
In a super flex league, Jackson Dart, the quarterback for the Giants.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, he been playing well, boy. If Russell Wilson mess up one time, that's going to be Jackson Dart's. That's going to be Jackson Dart's team, and I like that talent that they got around him, and his preseason, his games he's been playing so far has been impressive. So I definitely like Jackson Dart. Um, I do like what's his name, Travion Henderson. Ever since
Oh,
he had
yeah.
that from the Patriots running back, when he had that 100-yard
Yeah,
kickoff for the touchdown, I'll say, oh, this dude is nice. I just think that when he get a chance to, when he gets a chance to play and get some good minutes out there, because I know they're probably going to be splitting some carries with Ramondre
Mhm.
Stevenson. But I mean, Henderson, he looks really good to the point where I'm looking. You need to look at him in fantasy in fantasy drafts this year. And then the last one I have to say is that rookie running back that he's been. I mean, the tabloids, everybody's going crazy for it. They call him Bill, but he's the Redskins. I mean, I'm about to say Redskins, but the Commanders running back. I think it's Jacoby. what's his name?
He was
Krosky Merritt.
something like that. Yeah. I know you're talking
Yeah,
about. He looked good
yeah.
Monday.
Yeah, and he looked good against the Bengals, and of course, when we heard the news about Brian Robinson, how they said that hey, the mutual agreed to have him to sit out. They're looking at trading him now. I mean that right
Whoa.
there.
When did that come out? I didn't hear that.
Yeah. That's why he didn't play. They mutually agreed to go ahead and sit him to not play, and they said they're looking for a trade. They're looking to trade him. So right now he's not. You would not see. It looks like you're not going to see Brian Robinson in the Commanders uniform this year.
Mm.
So yeah, so that opens up that definitely boosted his fantasy radar big time right there. And of course he'll probably still share the ball with the Ecklers. The Debo's going to get his. I think they got a boy named Rodriguez.
He's nice
Uh,
too. He was playing well too. He
yeah,
played
which
well
is yeah
yesterday.
he played way too. Yeah, but
Mhm.
um but Bill looks good. So yeah, he's definitely going to be. He's definitely get drafted. Yeah, I'm dying to see how they gonna add him on to the playbook.
So let me ask you. I got to be biased, but what you think about Caleb in that offense after you seen that offense Sunday night? What do you think? I mean, because he was picked up last year. Of course, people was like, "Let me see what he does, what he's going to do." He didn't really have a good year, So, but still, I mean, of course, you expect him to get better second year. But now that you do have Ben Johnson, and we saw what he did Sunday and how the offense looked. Like, where do you put him at then? Like, or now after all that?
Uh, yeah. What number one? He looks confident, and
Right.
that's the major thing. He looked confident out there, like he controlling the tempo of the game. He looked good. And he has the talent. He has all the talent in the world built around him. He got a line to block. Now I mean I can see him being he could easily be, a top 10 fantasy quarterback. Like after all the good ones go, the Josh Allens, the Lamar Jacksons, the Burrows, Jane Daniels, Mahomes. I mean, after those guys are gone, Jalen Hurts, you know, when you get down to the Bo Nixes, the Baker Mayfields, I mean, hey, why not shoot it? Why not shoot for Caleb too? So I'm looking at he's right there and doing that tier to me in fantasy. So
Mm.
yeah, I definitely like him this year. So I'm going to make sure that you and TJ won't get him in none of our drafts.
That's all right, Aaron to get him. But
Yeah.
but we got a question from he's number one. Cuz said he's number one. Who should I draft number one overall? I
Uh,
guess
Jam-
draft, right?
yeah. Number one overall is hands down Jamar Chase. Uh, he's just your overall number one consensus. I mean, the year he had last year, the run and gun of that offense in Cincinnati, the defense is horrible. So offensively, Burrow is just going to throw that ball like crazy. So Jamar Chase is just consensus number one. If you go, if you go, I mean, if you want to go running back or Bijan or Jamar Gibbs, mm, I mean, I wouldn't, but definitely Jamar Chase should be your number one overall pick, in my
Especially,
opinion. He needs to
especially
go number one.
what you've seen in preseason. Usually those type of players don't play, and they played and they already look good in preseason. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
definitely
Get Jamar Chase number one overall.
okay. And then my last question to you, I know this is the bonus, but is there a player, even if he's good or considered like, oh yeah, I would get him, whatever, that's on your do not draft list?
Okay. Oof. On my do not draft list.
Yeah, that's probably most people will still get, but you're like, I'm done with him.
Well, I can say this, not me, because I never got a chance to own the guy, but a lot of people are just disappointed with Chris McCaffrey. But I mean, I personally,
Right.
he goes number one. He goes number one, number two every year. But he's healthy. All the backs right now in San Francisco are hurt. So my thing is, yeah, he's on a lot of people do not draft list because of his injury, his health concerns. But I mean, the boy, if he's healthy, he clearly could be the number one fantasy running back. So to me, even though I personally have not really owned Chris McCaffrey at all, he's pretty much on everyone's do not draft list. But doggone, he's on mine. I want him.
Uh, you know a running back that I might take off my Juan says Tyreek Hill. Oh,
Well, yeah,
no,
because the wrist, his wrist, he had a bad wrist. His wrist wasn't right, and then plus Tua got hurt, so that's why he didn't have the season that he had 2 years ago. But if Tua's healthy and they get that report back, he said he's healthy now. He should be back to par. His wrist is okay. Not saying he's going to get almost 1,800 yards, but I'm definitely going to see we'll definitely see an upgrade from last year.
and see that's who's on my do not draft list is Tua. I can't mess with Tua no more. I can't trust him. Now I'll get Tyreek and trust Tua be there, but I won't get because I feel like even if Tua won't play, maybe who's the backup again? Zach
Zach Wilson,
Zach
is
Wilson.
it Zach? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Zach Wilson maybe be
But
able to
but
do.
two but Tua shouldn't be your number one quarterback anyway.
No,
So
right.
I
I'm saying
mean,
he won't be my number 2 or number 3 quarterback. I'm not.
oh, okay. Well, I mean,
I'm not.
well, it depends on matchup too. Like if you own a Jay Daniels, but then Tua got a home matchup against Cincinnati. I mean, come on. You know what I'm saying? You gotta consider that too, because that's what you do in fantasy. You look at once you get your main quarterback, once you start looking for your backup, I look at the schedule. So if I see an easy matchup, and I'm gonna go and roll with it. Now, of course, until it get hurt, then of course you could be screwed. But you can still roll with somebody like Cam Ward. He won't be drafted in normal fantasy drafts. Cam Ward will be out there, and Russell Wilson may be out there, and what I'm saying. Suppose it's gonna be somebody out there that you can pick.
I just he's just on my do not draft list. Now somebody I might take off my do not draft list. The running back for the Baltimore Ravens who kept getting hurt.
Oh,
Now he just
no, yeah, that little speedster, number 34.
no. The he kept getting hurt for the Baltimore Ravens, and then he went to Chargers and he pretty much was healthy.
Oh man, he went to the top.
No,
J.K. Dobbins.
J.K. Dobbins. Yeah, I think I might take him off my do not draft list. I'm thinking of
Yeah,
taking him off my do not draft list.
yeah, but then he may be split. They say he's going to be the number one running back, but then also you still got the rookie. You got R.J. Harvey, so that's going to be they're going to probably be splitting carries anyway. So who knows who's going to be the man there? But J.K. Dobbins can never stay healthy though. But who's the real GOAT of fantasy? Uh, Not you, but
Mike, I mean, TJ, are you talking about players or what?
no, he's just bragging about him. He's bragging about himself, man, because he won the Dunwoody League 2 years in a row.
Yeah, I've done that before. So
Yeah, exactly.
all
I've done it before too. So
but you know how when it's your first time doing that, you feel no.
I know.
I'm sure,
Yeah.
TJ.
Now he ain't playing, TJ. He ain't playing. Oh, he ain't playing. But yeah,
All right.
man. But yeah.
Well, all right, man. Well,
She's laughing.
we definitely appreciate it. And how many drafts you in this year?
Yeah, I'm trying to cut down, man. I think I was in 19 last year, so I think I'm cutting down to about 15.
Wow, that's good for you.
It's
That's real
real
good
good.
for you.
Yeah, I'm doing 15. I think I'm doing 15. I didn't count overall just yet. 'Cause I still help people out with their drafts, but yeah, I'm trying to do about 15 this year. If I can do 15 and stick with DraftKings and all the other fun stuff, then we'll have a little bit more fun with that.
Okay. Hey, and everybody in the chat room, tell me how many drafts y'all are in. If y'all still there, I'm in. I'm in 6 this year. I might be in 7. I gotta see. But
gotta get your game up, right? Gotta get your game up, Mr. Controversy. Gotta get you up to 10, man.
oh no. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But it's I can't. I tried and I gotta focus. So 7 is my limit. I'm good, whatever. So but hey man, we definitely appreciate you, bro. And we'll see you this weekend, man.
Oh yeah, let's do it, man. That time of the year.
All right. Appreciate Vince. So, all right, y'all. Gotta talk about it. Can't wait. The Chicago Bears. And when I mentioned the Chicago Bears, like I said, I'm a diehard Chicago Bears fan. We know that. And it's been plenty of people, plenty of times where I can honestly say, watching the Bears, TJ know this, Jacob might know this. Well, Jacob's so real, so Jacob probably wasn't doing this, but we get players. I remember one year when we signed Chris Pringle, the wide receiver for the Chiefs, who barely was getting in. And I remember I'm like, hey, look, man, we got Pringle. Like, he was pretty good. He just didn't get in because they had a loaded wide receiver, a loaded wide receiver room, so he didn't get in. So maybe we'll be all right. Or the time when we even last year it was hope, but come on, I knew we weren't going to be good making the playoffs, but it's just been signings that Claypool, like we got excited about Claypool or whatever. But what I saw Sunday with the Chicago Bears, I don't care if you're a Bears fan, I don't care if you're a Packers fan. What we saw that Sunday night, you had to be impressed with the Chicago Bears. I don't want to hear it's preseason. No. Again, I'm not even talking about because they scored so many points. I'm talking about how they look. Everything looked crisp. As Vincent just said, Caleb looked confident. And not that he wasn't confident last year because he didn't have no confidence. He didn't have no confidence in his line. He probably didn't have no confidence in what he was doing as far as the play calling. He went through 3 offensive coordinators last year and 2 head coaches. Who does that? Who does that? But again, I'm saying when you watch that game on Sunday, the route running, the blocking, the play action, you can tell that Ben Johnson put his stamp on this team. You can tell. So no, I'm not saying we're going to win the Super Bowl. I'm not even saying we're making the playoffs. But what I'm saying is the fact that we do look crisp, that we do look like an NFL team, look like we have an offense finally. It was so many things that was making this guy open. He was open just because of the scheme, the play call. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. It's been a minute. No, they were impressive. Caleb looked way more comfortable. He did. I'm gonna tell you somebody else who usually look comfortable. I gotta bring him in. I gotta bring in my guy. Mace, what up, dog?
Look here, man. Let me tell y'all something. It's not very often I get caught up in Atlanta traffic. But when I do, it's the worst traffic ever. Hey, man. These people cannot drive in this city. They cannot drive in this city.
How long were you in traffic?
I was basically in traffic for 2.5 hours, everybody.
He's not lying. He called me.
overturned truck that caused the chain reaction. Emergency vehicles going up the emergency lane. And of course, y'all cousins, you know you can't be over there in an emergency lane. How the paramedics, how the fire truck, how the police, if you are over there, you deserve whatever ticket they give you. So when we finally got near the wreckage, oh my God, y'all, a G-Wagon lost the front axle. It was sitting like nose down. Another car like it got crushed, like you step on the soda can. Mm-hmm. It was all bad, man. I'm praying for everybody who was involved. Right there, 285. I had no business on the east side. That's why I don't go to the east side. But I'm here, baby. What's good, everybody? What's good? Jesus Christ, hey, crazy.
So I was just talking about the Bears, and I was saying I want your opinion on them too, but I was saying how that was my first time. Like, the Bears look good. That was the first time in Bears history that they ever looked like that. And I'm not even talking about because they scored, again, I said they scored 38 points.
Yeah.
Or they put 520-some points,
yeah.
Yards on the stat line. But it's how they look. Like TJ just said, they don't look like a high school offense.
Yeah. High level.
They look
high level play calling.
Yeah, his stamp was on the game. You can see it's on the team. They look
high level play calling. What I was most impressed with is the fact that Caleb was decisive.
Right.
He knew where to go with the football, and even his incompletions, the ball was where it was supposed to go. You can tell that Ben Johnson has been on his hind parts because he looked nothing like last year. The seam throw to Zukake, whatever his name is, for the touchdown, how he got his eyes back on that so fast. You can always tell when quarterbacks when somebody's getting on the quarterback nerves about a throw and about a fundamental thing. You saw that whatever he yelling at Caleb about, Caleb is tired of it, and he like, let me get out here and show this man that I'm actually listening. I understand what you want me to do, and let me go make these throws night and day. And this is why I'm always talking about coaching matters.
Because look,
coaching matters.
Look, I was going to say the throw that it was evident in was when the throw he threw to Komet, the second pass.
Yeah.
The first one was the play action fake, and he threw it like in the flats to Loveland. But that one he threw to Komet where it wasn't all right. I'm gonna wait till we get open. Let me throw it. No. It 1, 2, 3, 4, boom, back leg, and Komet hadn't even cleared the linebacker yet.
Yeah.
And it was so pretty, bro. It was like,
and it's how he layered the football. That's the biggest thing I was most impressed about. I was like, he not trying to throw a fastball all the time. So I've always wanted to see Caleb play from under center. Quarterbacks have to really play from under center because it really like the run game just works better when your quarterback is under center. When in the shotgun, linebackers can cheat a lot. And like I say, when the back to the right of you or to the left of you, hey, you running zone. You running zone. If a quarterback under center, I mean, I can go left, I can go right. My boot, my play fade. The running game looks better when your quarterback is under center. It just does. Right. It's more efficient when your quarterback is under center. So I mean, Ben, that I mean, this is gonna be exciting. I mean, it's gonna still have peaks and valleys.
Yeah.
But what I saw the other day was a guy who is tired of his coach yelling at him, and he is like, "Coach, I am dialed in. Do with me what you want. I want to be good. I I'm gonna listen to you. Like, throw everything else out the window. I'm gonna listen to you. I'm ready to. I'm tired of people talking crazy about me.
Hey, and
I'm tired of people
remember,
talking crazy about me.
we've been saying this. Caleb hasn't been coached ever in his life,
Yeah, I mean, he's been able to.
and because he's so
He's
good, and it's
he's
like that with
always right. He's
yeah.
always been supremely talented, and people just like go win the game with your arm, or all these type things,
And we're gonna cater
and
to what you can do best.
that gets him in trouble. No, you need structure. You need this is what we do, ain't what you do. This is what we do. And if you want to, you see what I did with Jared Goff. Jared Goff wasn't considered he was a good quarterback, but
Yeah,
I took him to another level.
that's a good. I never looked at it like that. Yeah, I never looked at
Yeah,
golf. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, because we knew he was good, but
yeah.
he could throw. He was accurate, but yeah, he went to that next level.
Like we were talking about him. I mean, think about it. We put him in the upper echelon of quarterbacks now.
Yep. No, you're right. So the Cleveland Browns, man. So talked about. I mentioned it coming on the show with Quinshon Judkins.
Yeah,
So he's formally not charged.
right.
He's charged formal, like so charges were dropped. Because first of all, the Browns just signed Isaiah Bond, I
Yeah,
believe. Isaiah Bond. Nice pickup for them. Like that was a nice pickup. Then Quinshon is not charged. So you're like, great, we're good.
yeah.
But they're saying they're not going to sign him until the NFL do its investigation, finishes
Right.
investigation.
Right.
I'm not mad at the Browns for that.
Yeah.
What I'm mad at is the fact that you have to go through that process to say, all right, you have to make that choice of I'm not going to sign him because we're waiting on the NFL to do an investigation.
Yeah.
Of what? Why do they need to do an investigation?
But blame the NFLPA.
That's what I'm saying.
They gave Goodell all this power. This is their doing. So they can't be mad because this is what they wanted. Limited practice time. All the stuff they really should have been fighting for, they didn't fight for. So now Goodell Soprano is able to do what he do because they gave him that power. And listen, he gonna probably get 2 to 4 games. Probably get 4. Then they'll appeal, might bring it back to 2. But I mean, the Browns now they saying, listen, we have the leverage. Like we're gonna put some crazy language in your contract that's gonna affect your bonus, gonna affect everything. He's gonna have to walk a straight line. Hopefully, the young lady that he got into this thing with, hopefully he doesn't have any more contact, any more relations with this young lady. Move forward, young fella, move forward. Because don't nobody pay like the NFL out here. Nobody.
No.
So whatever,
yeah.
dude.
So I mean, and then other news with the Browns, Kenny Pickett just came back, and so now he's been practicing 11 on 11 drills.
Yeah.
So with Flacco winning the starting job, or they giving him starting, whatever that you want to say, what do the Browns do with Kenny Pickett now, or what do they do with that whole just the quarterback situation? Because it's rare that you're having 3 quarterbacks on your roster, but having 4,
Yeah. Yeah. I do believe Kenny Pickett is gonna be the odd man out. I think, you know, it's gonna be Flacco. Then at some point they're gonna turn it over to either Shador or Dylan Gabriel. The Browns have 2 first-round picks next year. So they basically playing with house money. If it's a quarterback that they like coming out next year, they can package those 2 ones up and move up. But they're gonna have to see what they have in either Dylan Gabriel or Shador. I mean, Flacco probably gonna be, you know, a 3 or 4 week guy. I mean, again, if it's me, if I'm the Browns, I just basically split it in half. I'm like, Shador, you get this many games until, you know, Dylan, you get this many games, so I can see. And again, remember, Deshaun Watson is going to get cleared at some point this year.
I mentioned, yep.
He is going to get cleared at some point this season. Now, again, if I'm the Browns, I'm like, I'm paying every doctor in the world, like, hey man, don't clear that dude. don't clear that dude, man. Let that dude stay where he is.
Right.
But it's the Browns. I mean, you know my motto: bad organizations make bad decisions. They are the cream of the crop when it comes to like decision making. So, good luck, Browns. Good luck.
Yeah, I was saying that too. Kenny Pickett needs to be the odd man out.
Yeah,
he does. He missed the most amount of time. Hadn't played. So, but let's get to Dylan. I want to get to Dylan though, Mace, because a lot of folks, I ain't gonna lie, a lot of folks got on me last week because I'm watching the game. Dylan came out and was just you know,
yeah.
and I was like, put on that, and okay, I kind of pushed the envelope when I said this. I know some people's gonna get mad. I should have known, but I came out and said, I know Muggs out here rooting for Shador.
Right.
I get it.
Everybody nephew. He's everybody nephew right now.
Yeah. I said, but Dylan Gabriel was balling right now. And this is before he threw the pick, but still, even with the pick, Dylan Gabriel was balling right now.
Yeah.
A lot of people got jumped on me, Mace. Everybody jumped on me. Somebody said, don't be, I mean, he did all right. First, they don't want to get nobody's problem. He did all right. Don't be giving him, don't be Caitlin Clarking them. That's what I'm like. See, just the fact that you said that let me know where your mind is, dog. Your mind is in the gutter.
Well, your mind already made up.
Yeah, because look,
your mind is made up.
All I'm saying is you can't get so you were getting mad when Shador got in there. He did his thing, and people were saying, "Oh, it's preseason, all that." Yeah, he just did this because he's going against the 2s and the 3s, and he ain't playing with the 1s, whatever. First thing everybody was saying was, "Oh, y'all trying to move the goalposts. See y'all hating." Soon as Dylan get in there and do his thing, oh, he did all right. He did all right. But them 2 turnovers, y'all ain't even watch the game. Y'all don't even know what happened.
Yeah.
The interception even his fault.
Listen. So I was getting ready to say, what if I told you that it was 2 receivers in the same area, and he threw the ball in the middle? Like, well, somebody wants to. People who play football, people who understand football, there's never supposed to be 2 people in one area. Never. Somebody probably supposed to run the curve, somebody's supposed to run the corner, or somebody's supposed to be clearing out. 2 guys were in the same area, and he basically was throwing the ball to a spot, and the corner was able to play both people because they right there. Right. The fumble, I would say that the running back got a little too wide, because you could tell the way he reached, like he's probably running back supposed to be on like this track. Mm-hmm. It looked like the running back got wide, because anytime you see a quarterback, and again, I know a lot of you've never been on the center. I understand. When you do a handoff, it's a certain track that you're expecting the quarterback. Whenever y'all see a quarterback reach wide, the guy's not where he's supposed to be because they do handoffs all day, every day. He used to the guy being on this track. The running back got wide. Dylan Gabriel tried to get out there to get him the ball. Turnover. Dylan Gabriel played good, everybody. I'm sorry. But I want people to understand, can you imagine the pressure that Dylan Gabriel was under?
That's
I mean, like
that's what I was saying, man. The fact that he was able to come in under all that pressure and play like that.
Yeah, he couldn't listen. Everybody's pretty much made up their mind on Dylan Gabriel. Dylan Gabriel hadn't even touched the field yet. Everybody has already made up their mind. The guy didn't play bad at all. He didn't. Sorry.
No, at all.
But I mean, this is where we are. We Shador is everybody's nephew. Yeah, y'all. He's everybody's nephew. Y'all know it. Y'all done already.
But because I get that, but he's a rookie. I just want everybody to remember,
listen,
whether it's him or Shador, if he messed up, these are rookies playing.
Cause as a quarterback, even though, like I say, I know he's supposed to be one place, but once I need to try to still get him the ball because it is a running play. It's blocked a certain way. Now I don't want to get hit. Get that ball. I'm getting that ball out my hand. I don't care how wide it. If I had to fall in, how many times y'all have seen a quarterback still try to flip the ball out to the guy? I'm not finna just fall. I need to try to make plays. I need to get this rep. I don't want to waste a rep. I know everybody like you live for another play. This preseason, we're working. I'm trying to get this guy the ball because of the way it's blocked. I'm not gonna pull it or none of that stuff. It's blocked to go that way. I'm gonna try to get the running back the ball. But I mean, hey, I almost promise you that Stefanski, offense coordinator, I'm pretty sure they jumped on the back. I'm pretty sure they did. I'm willing to bet they told the back, bruh, this is your line. Not over there. This your line. Anytime you see a quarterback reach extra, the back not where he's supposed to be. I'm just telling you.
That's true.
From experience. I'm just telling you.
Now, I will say, the the difference is I feel like Dylan, after he threw that pick, I think he was a little, it kind of got in his head a little. He was a little shook up. Because them next 3 to 4 passes was like short, long, and which is what a rookie does. Again, we saw CJ Stroud do what he did in preseason. That's probably the scariest I've ever seen a top 5 quarterback play in preseason. I get it. I'm just saying he's looked shook, and I think that's Shador's strong point is being able to play and not be nervous.
But again, this goes back to he had to sit and watch Shador play week 1.
Mm-hmm.
Now he's getting his opportunity. He knew Shador led 2 touchdown drives, electrified the whole city. Electrified city. He had to sit and deal with this every day up until this game. He's thinking about that. I'm pretty sure he was over there like, dude, I led us to no points. You know what I'm saying? I didn't throw 2 touchdowns. I threw 2 interceptions. He threw 2 touchdowns. Everybody is going to look at that like, hey, Shador played better than Dylan Gabriel. He didn't turn it over. I turned it over. The psyche of a lot of quarterbacks, especially when you throw a pick, he threw a pick 6. Again, it probably wasn't his fault. But you become gun shy because turnovers, like interceptions, come in bunches. When you start throwing them, you continue to throw them. And the thing he probably was like, listen, now I can't take the chances that I want to take because now I got to really protect the ball because again, Shador Shador threw 2 touchdowns, no turnovers. I got 2 and this fumble, so I really got 3 turnovers. He was in a tough spot and he played. Like I said, I thought he played. I didn't have a problem with the way he played the game. I didn't have a problem with it.
No, like I said, I thought he played well. I thought both, and as we said, this is what the Browns get. Because again, you drafted these quarterbacks, whatever, and I'm just saying it's good to have. People say this is a good problem, but sometimes it might not be a good problem because what if you let go of the wrong person?
Yeah, well, like I said, and that's why I feel like Kenny Pickett is going to be the odd man out because they need to see what they have in either one of these guys. And again, like I would be like, man, Flacco bye, but they got to keep the veteran. I mean, Kenny Pickett, we still don't know if Kenny Pickett play football. We don't know that. So, I mean, it's the Cleveland Browns. What do we expect, y'all? It's the Cleveland Browns. This is what they do. This is what they do.
No, you're right. It is, man. But like I said, it was good to see him play well. And like I said, I want the Browns to make a tough decision. I ain't gonna lie. When they first started, I was, of course, I want Shador just because of what Shador has done and what he had to go through. I want Shador to get in, but due to, like after watching Dylan, it was like, yo, he looked good. Like, okay, this is cool. This is gonna make both of them play better. You know what I'm saying? It's a competition. So now it's the best man wins, it's what you want, right?
Right. Yeah. I mean, who puts our team in the best position to compete? But again, I mean, yeah, he's gonna play this weekend. But I mean, come on, what do we expect for Kenny Pickett? What has Kenny Pickett showed anybody in this couple of years of playing that you like? Yeah, I'm gonna take a chance on him.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, Kenny Pickett. Bye. But hey, it's the Browns. This is what they do. this how they roll.
Yeah, this is what they do, man.
Whatever, Cleveland.
Whatever. All right. Well, look, we're gonna take a quick break and as we say, pay some bills, and we're gonna be right back.
Have a sports injury? Need to see an orthopedic doctor? Ortho Atlanta is one of Metro Atlanta's largest orthopedic and sports medicine practices, providing orthopedic and sports medicine care for the whole family. With 37 physicians and 14 offices, the practice provides the highest level of care for injury of muscles, joints, bones, and spine. Ortho Atlanta offers convenient access to a full range of musculoskeletal surgeons and specialists. Ortho Atlanta also offers on-site physical therapy, pain management care, MRI imaging, and workers' compensation care. The Ortho Atlanta surgery centers in Austell and Fayetteville provide cost-effective, same-day surgical procedures in an accredited outpatient center. Hip, knee, shoulder, back pain? Ortho Atlanta has you covered with specialists in all areas. Same-day appointments, orthopedic care for the whole family. Ortho Atlanta, Atlanta's choice for orthopedic and sports medicine care. Learn more at www.orthoatlanta.com.
Hello, everybody. I'm Kyle Brandt. You might know me from Good Morning Football or maybe early 2000s Days of Our Lives. And you right now are enjoying the 3-Point Conversion Radio. You're watching, you're listening, you're loving. I love these people. They're dynamite. 3-Point Conversion Radio. Get it.
All right, we are back inside the 3-Point Conversion Sports Lounge, and hold on. So if he looks great against the Rams, Will they still cut him? Yeah, I mean that's good right now. If he plays well, it's still a good trade.
It'll be leverage. It'll be some team out there.
Yeah.
So I mean, they have like 3 guys they can deal. I don't think they're gonna deal the young guys. I think they're gonna tell everybody, hey, y'all like what you see at Kenny Pickett, man? Come on, take him off our hands for a couple of 5th rounders. Come on, take him off our hands.
Or for a 5th round, which is still good. You know what I'm saying? A 5th round is good in these days. You find a gem, especially the extra pick. So I mean, look what they got in the fifth round with Shador. So
yeah, man.
I'm saying. Yeah. But all right, man, we're gonna bring in special guests. We got none other
family in the building.
Yeah, family in the building.
Family in the building.
For Ortho Atlanta, the one and only Dr. Donald Pollard III. What's going on, Doc?
What's up, guys? How we doing? You got your newest listener here.
There go our niece. Yeah.
Yeah, she's up too.
Oh, yes, indeed. I love it. Make me almost want to do it again. Back to reality.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. At this age, I would take a grandbaby.
Yeah, a grandbaby, not my baby.
Yeah, not my baby. I take grandbaby.
Yeah, I take grandbaby.
Yeah, I take grandbaby. Yeah,
I really don't want no grandbaby right now. No, I'm good.
I don't want one, but I'm saying if I had to,
because I plan on finally getting a 2-seater. I plan on getting a vet.
Right,
so
right,
I mean,
right.
I can't put no car seat in the vet.
I can't do that yet. I still got 11, 15-year-olds.
I'm done. I'm getting a vet for my daughter graduation. That's gonna be my gift to me. Graduation gift. Corvette. I ain't got to carry no kids around no more.
But how are you doing, Doc? Everything good?
We good. I mean, yeah, in the trenches a little bit, but yeah, outnumbered for sure by the women in the house.
Oh yeah.
Worse things. Trust me.
What's that?
I was like that. My son went to college. It was 4 in the house with me. Yeah. So yeah. I get it. But I want to first ask you, Doc. Jalen McMillan suffered this severe neck injury last preseason game, and they're saying they're going to be out, I think, till week 9 or whatever, at least. But when you hear the word severe, that kind of sounds scary. Is it more serious than we think it is? Like when a severe sprain, what does that mean exactly?
Yeah, so I mean, a sprain is anytime you basically stretch out and tear ligaments. So like when someone has an ankle sprain or a high ankle sprain, it means they've torn some ligaments in their ankle. But when you're talking about the neck, I'm gonna give the baby away. We're getting a little fussy. So mom to the rescue.
Hey, Mom.
Yeah.
You can make a special appearance. Go ahead.
We tried. So when you're talking about, I mean, a severe sprain in the neck, you're still talking about ligaments, except now you're talking about supporting your spinal cord and spinal column. So, I mean, it is certainly more serious than an ankle or some other area where you injure some ligaments. So the fact that it's a cervical spine and they're calling it severe, yeah, those are not good things. I mean, I guess the good news is obviously he was able to walk off. They're not saying he has a fracture. But if he has ligament damage in his neck, I mean, you're talking at least 6 weeks to kind of let that heal. And then certainly, again, probably another 4 to 6 weeks just to kind of work back into doing normal exercise. So, yeah, I mean, I think week 9 is the bye week for them, they were saying. But, yeah, I would certainly not anticipate him being back at least until middle of the season.
Mm.
Wow. Now, Doc, we got to talk my new quarterback. Epidurals, back injury. He's practiced 2 days in a row. Now, How concerned?
I just got what you said.
How concerned should Rams Nation be that Matthew Stafford, and we know he's a warrior. We know he's a warrior. But this is the back we talk. Not his shoulder, not his back. Now, how concerned should Rams Nation be now?
I put it somewhere in the middle. I'm not going to say, jump off a bridge, but I don't think it's minor either. I think it's a legit thing when you're talking about a older quarterback. You're talking about back and spine issues. And if he has a herniated disc that suddenly flares up and then he can barely walk or move, that's certainly going to compromise his mobility and ability to throw a football, which would be somewhat detrimental, of course, to the Rams offense. So I mean, I do think it brings some concern. They can do more injections throughout the year as needed. Obviously, you don't want to do more of those than you have to. So the hope is that, that's going to calm the worst of the inflammation down, and it's going to get better and better with all the rehab and treatment that he's getting. But definitely something that you're going to have to keep a close eye on, and I'm sure they're going to tell him to either get rid of the ball or get down and not absorb any additional hits more than he needs to take that could make things worse.
I wonder if Kobe watching this.
I don't have Jimmy G. I can't go on the season with Jimmy G as quarterback. I'd rather see Stetson Bennett. Give me Stetson Bennett. Give me somebody who don't want something.
Yeah, talk Stetson.
I don't want Jimmy G. I don't want Jimmy G. I swear I don't want Jimmy G. Jesus.
So, and then speaking of that, pulling that in, I just want to ask you this. How do you feel as a fan, but knowing that you're a doctor, you always think of precaution and everything, but as a fan too, basically as a fan, do you believe, because I talked about this early in the show, how do you feel about, do you believe that starters, particularly quarterbacks, but starters, they should play in the preseason?
I mean, I think the short version is yes, but it's, again, you can't, I don't think you can go out cold, sit the whole preseason, no matter what you're doing in practice, and go out and feel like you can be at game speed without actually being in that environment with the lights and fans and crowd noise and everything else, let alone just, the nuances. So, yeah, it's a risk-benefit curve where obviously you don't want to play 4 quarters all 3 games. But, I mean, I know the Bengals kind of felt like they had started off slow the last few years because they sat all their starters and didn't play them in the preseason. So you saw the other night on Monday night, they had those guys in, especially Burrow, for a much Jaden Daniels played 1 series and was done. Burrow was in there, nearly
still getting hit. Still getting hit.
Hey,
yeah. So
y'all ever seen I don't know if this is too old for you. You remember taking a Super Bowl, right? Taking a bowl. You remember how if you run it and they break a tackle and how the player flip off of
pop it off.
Yeah.
That's how they was throwing Joe Burrow. Just tossing him off. I'm like, dang, take it. At that point, I was kind of like, all right, y'all need to take him out, especially with somebody with injuries. But they kept him in.
Yeah.
But to your point, I agree though. I agree because I mentioned it's a process. It's like first game. What is it, Mace? Remember, first game, a series.
Yeah.
Right. Depending on maybe 2 if you did horrible, it just went horrible. Second game, you play a quarter. This is what we grew up on. This is what I grew up on. Third game, that was dress rehearsal. And maybe a series.
Maybe another drive in the third quarter if you didn't do what you were supposed to do.
Mm-hmm. And everybody was good.
Yeah.
But so when the season started, we're ready. But like I was talking about the Falcons earlier, I hate to see what happened with Caleb McGarrett, but it's like injuries can happen anywhere. But you got to play to get your players ready for the season. This is why probably the Falcons was out of the playoffs last year, because they started off slow last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
If they wouldn't have started out slow, and they were in both games, but all 3 games, they won the second game against Philly, but all 3 games they were in. But if you would have started off slow, if you would have played, you could have won all 3 games because you were in the games. You were just rusty. Yeah. Even the game against Kansas City, you just played. You were rusty. The offense was rusty. Kirk was, especially when you got a new starter coming in at the helm at quarterback. I just don't get it. But who am I to say? I don't know. But I really wanted your opinion, Doc, because I wanted to know what you thought of that.
Yeah, no, I'm same as you guys. Like, maybe that's considered old school these days, but again, I think you pay the price one way or the other. Maybe you avoid slightly less injury risk, but you're also potentially losing a few more games and getting behind the 8 ball because you guys aren't ready. So
right. I see. But Doc, we appreciate you, man. We appreciate the news. Appreciate you have the princess on.
Right. That made me feel good because Matthew Stafford got me flustered, dog. I gotta turn in these future bets, and Jimmy G not winning 11 games. He not winning 11 games.
I think we got some stem cells and amniotic fluid from baby Preston on the freezer. So if I need to send that over to Stafford to inject in his back, then
send it out. Send it, Doc.
Work something out.
Send it, Doc. We need it in our life right now.
Right.
Jimmy G not gonna get it. Jimmy's
not gonna do it. You're not gonna do it.
Oh my God.
Doc, we definitely appreciate you, man. And looking forward to next week. We got college football. So, man, can't wait.
Week 0 is here. Week zero
is here. And next week will be going into week 1. So, man. But, all right, Doc. Well, have a great night. We see you next week.
See you next week.
All right, Doc.
Sure. Mace, before we get into more football and NFL, I want to speak on college football for a minute.
Yes.
Archie Manning, Little Archie, came out. And so we're going to call him Little Archie. That's what we're going to call him.
That's cool. That's cool.
Little Archie. So Big Archie right there. But Little Archie came out and said that he don't know when he's coming out. He hasn't made a decision. He said his grandfather apologized to him for that and said that he was just kind of answering some these, knuckleheads he didn't say knuckleheads, but I'm saying knuckleheads that was saying, oh, he coming out. So, anybody gonna defend you don't know that. No, he not coming out. You know how grandfather is. So
no doubt.
We don't know yet. He gonna see how it goes, whatever. I'm gonna let you have the floor on this one first. What do you, in your hearts of football hearts, what do you think? Do you think he's coming out this year? Do you think it's basically depending on what happens? You know what I'm saying? As far as, depends on how good the season goes, great the season goes, or does it depend on who got the number 1 pick?
So,
what do you think?
So if you've ever listened to anything that Cooper, his dad, has said, there is no rush for Arch to go to the NFL. Right. They want Arch to play basically 3 years of college football. Listen, he's going to be the number 1 pick this year, next year, whenever he decides to come out.
Like his uncle was.
The type of money he's making in college, there's no need for him to rush to the NFL. He doesn't have to take care of anybody. Like, his circumstances are not like other guys who, I got to go, he doesn't have to do that. I read into a lot of the kids' Instagrams, the stuff they tweet, stuff they post. This guy enjoys being a college student. He enjoys being in Austin. There's no rush for him to leave. He wants to stay in that bubble as long as he can, because once he leaves that bubble, he already has tremendous expectation. But the expectation he's gonna have when he goes to the NFL, it's gonna be something ridiculous. So I think his dad has said it as many times as he's gonna say it. People don't put the microphone in his face enough. He's going to play at least 2 years of college football as the starter. He wants to really get a total grasp on playing the quarterback position. Go to the NFL, gonna probably get drafted to a terrible team, and why throw him to the wolves early? Because they're gonna want him to be the savior. When I can sit in college, be the king. I can be the king for 2 years, and then take on that pressure. He's not going nowhere, man. He's gonna stay.
And get this, he's coming from a family of quarterbacks. A family of quarterbacks. His grandfather wasn't as successful. He didn't have any help, but his two uncles has 4 Super Bowls between them, 2 each. So you're talking about throwing him, saying, all right, you have a great season, he needs to go. No, we're not going to do a who have we seen do that, have a great year? We've seen Mr. Trubisky do something like that. We've seen a lot of quarterbacks do one and done, and they're not good in the NFL.
Yeah.
You're talking about a family of quarterbacks that says, no, we take this seriously. You're going to have to be great. You're going to have to be good. So it's going to take more than 1 year. Definitely. Shoot, look at Peyton could have came out. Anytime he would have came out, he was going to be the number 1 pick.
Right.
And what did Peyton do?
Stay his high part in college.
Played like 15 years. So, yeah. So I'm just saying. Yeah, I'm just saying. I think. I don't. Yeah, I'm with you. He's staying. He's gonna stand,
dude.
Right. Because if he wins a natty, because ain't none of them won a natty anyway.
Well, we ain't got to worry about him winning a natty because he's not. So don't worry about that. don't worry about that. They're gonna go to Ohio State week 1 and get slapped. But they ain't gonna get slapped. It's gonna be a good game, but they're not gonna beat them. They gotta come to Athens. They're not gonna beat Georgia. No national championship for Texas. So ain't gotta worry about it. Don't even worry about it, dog.
Right. Yeah, so like I said, I don't see that happening. I think it's a wise choice for him to do that. Now, your boy, we got to talk about him for a minute quickly. Well, let's do it. We're transitioning him. Talk about AR. Anthony Richardson losing his job, or I shouldn't say losing. He lost his job last year because if you're battling for it this year, that means you don't have it.
Right.
Like I told my partner, I'm not gonna lie. Look at so biased, but look. I told my person, they was talking about Anthony Richardson. If y'all don't know, Daniel Jones won the quarterback competition, right? A lot of people said they were shocked, or they was like, "Man, what y'all think?" Stevie Wonder hit me up when he was playing and told me, he told me, "You see this fool playing? Like, yo, I know he ain't gonna be there this year." Like, dog, anybody could have seen this coming. And then you know what? Somebody shout out to my guy Rue Miles. He stated that was Irsay's boy. Irsay loved AR. That was Irsay's pick.
Yeah, it's his guy.
You know, rest in peace, Irsay. Now that he's not here, they like, you kick rocks. And look, they try to give him the benefit of the doubt by saying, all right, man, we're gonna let you start the first preseason game. As soon as that joker got hurt, man, get this dude out of here. No,
Yeah. But you know what, Ralph? I'm gonna look at this. Just follow me. Just follow me. I'm looking at this from a total different perspective. Totally different. I think by them naming Daniel Jones the starter, I think this takes the pressure off Anthony Richardson. So I think now Anthony Richardson is going to be able to kind of just sit back, watch Daniel Jones play, watch how Daniel Jones prepares. He can either add to his routine or be like, okay, for quarterbacks. I think sometimes look how it worked for Bryce Young last year. Sometimes you need to get better. Sometimes you need to lose your job to look at it another way. Because what you're doing is definitely not working. I think Shane Steichen and that front office, they know if they don't have a good season, they probably all get fired. Because Chris Ballard, you guys took this guy, not a lot of college experience. You know he's a phenomenal athlete, but he hadn't played enough quarterback for you to draft him where you drafted him. Like, I remember when they turned out, like, are they serious?
No, you should have saw us in the draft.
Like really, but see, this is where we get so caught up in, the metric size, big arm, all these things. We get so caught up in that. But what have you seen from him? What did you scout where you would say, okay, he's going to be a true franchise quarterback? Like, what have we seen? So, I mean, you let Daniel Jones go out there and you let this guy figure it out.
Got to. And just what Cuz said, going back to now with Daniel Jones, is he he's a better quarterback? Yes, Jones can play. That's a funny thing. We've seen Jones have success in we've seen him have success in the league, right?
Yeah.
His rookie year, he looked pretty good. He looked good. Like, all right, this dude can play. And then the third year, when they had when Dabo came in and they went to the playoffs that year.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, besides last year, Daniel Jones hasn't had any weapons either.
He had.
So, and then he probably needs to get out of New York anyway. It's New York. So, this guy played at Duke. No offense, Doc, but he played at Duke. Come on. So, to go to Indy where the media isn't that crazy, it's not going to be a lot of pressure on you now, and you got confidence because you won the job. So people are not looking at you already like, this dude gonna lose. Oh my God, we don't. No, it's more people probably more excited. A lot of people in Indy, though, I'm hearing was shocked and was kind of like, they bugging, but we'll see. But I think you're right. This could be good for AR. If he wants to continue playing quarterback. Because like I said, at the rate he was going, I said it before, man. I didn't want to say it, but I said it. Hey, man. He needed, what's my man? I can't forget it. Now I had him in my mind. I already know his name. Oh, he needs to start looking at Terrell Pryor. He need to hit up Terrell Pryor. Ask Terrell Pryor, how did you train to be a I'm saying because that was the rate he was going. That's what I'm saying.
But you do know it's a coach out there who is saying, I can fix him. I can fix him.
Of course.
They don't know what they got. I can fix him. It's a coach somewhere who is can't wait to let y'all know.
Hey, like we just said about Caleb. What we say about Caleb? Caleb has never been coached before because of his talent.
Yeah.
This guy probably has never been coached before because of his talent. And then I don't know what his parents look like. I'm just being real. Don't let his mama be fine. You already know, dog.
I think his mama is fine.
That's what I think.
If I'm not mistaken, I think his mama is
his mama fine. That's why I kind of said that.
I think his
but
mama
you
is
already
fine.
know if his mama fine too, you ain't coaching that boy. You gonna let him do whatever he want to do.
Yeah, I think
100.
I think his mama is fine. I really do.
Yeah. So all I'm saying is, this is the first time he had to deal with adversity as far as, hey man, you really not this good.
Yeah.
And that's not saying he doesn't have talent or anything. I'm just saying you're not good at the quarterback position right now. So we need to get you fixed. You don't need to be starting. You don't need to be. This dude, what was it? Percentage was 49%. What?
Yeah, man.
48%.
And plus, like I say, a lot of folks look out there, they look like he a cheater. A quitter. Man, that man say he done tapped out.
No, when he tapped out in that game. But look, in college, I'm like, I was saying, what are y'all looking at? Like, I'm not trying to shame the brother or make him look bad, but what are y'all looking at? What the heck are y'all? I'm almost like, and again, I don't want to seem like I'm hating on. No, I'm just being real. I'm like, why did he get invited to the combine? Like, he looked that bad in college. Throwing 5 yards above the wide receiver, and like he couldn't even throw an out route.
Yeah.
It was like, what? But I was happy. No, I was happy that he got drafted. Like, yo, that's what's up. I was shocked. Yeah. But I was happy he got drafted. But I'm just saying, and you made a good point, Mace. This probably is the best thing that could have happened to him.
Dude, I'm telling you, this is the best thing that can happen for this guy, man. I promise you that.
Yep, best thing. Okay, so I want to know, Stetson Bennett. We just talked about him.
My guy.
This dude, yeah, he's one of them guys that you put on the quarterback. I mean, you put in the game, he's ready to play.
He's a gamer.
He's a gamer. For what he's doing in NFL preseason, how he's leading his team back and everybody believing in him. What up, Marlon? Mace, Marlon saying, what's up?
What up, my boy? What's happening?
And he's a gamer. Stetson showing you why he won the championship.
Back to back, that man went back to back. Put some respect on his back to back. That man in the SEC, went back to back natties.
Right. So the way he's playing right now, man, you don't think this is just because it's preseason, right?
Nah, listen. Stetson Bennett is the kind of guy that wants to be counted out. He wants to be counted out because he know when them lights come on, he gonna perform.
Right.
Everybody was looking for a reason to not let Stetson Bennett play. High school, college, what's going on right now. Again, I can tell y'all this because my nephew is there. And I'm always asking him about Stetson. Even before Stetson's issues, Kobe would always say, dude, Stetson is a dog. Like, you don't want to mess with Stetson. And Stetson will come after you. He say, folks be talking trash. Stetson will throw the next 6 passes at you and will tell you he coming your way.
Sound like Cutler, right? Sound like Cutler.
Bump with, dude, I'm reading you. I'm throwing out, dude, the ball coming your way. Stetson a dog. Oh, and quietly, they say Devontae loves Stetson. Loves him. Stetson like that, dog. Like, for real. He's a gamer.
He's a gamer, man.
He is a gamer. Bump what he look like. Bump the nerd persona. Turn them lights on. Stetson is ready to go.
Can we? Where would we put him in the against all Georgia quarterbacks? I ain't talking about the school, the state of Georgia, whether it's in history, whether it's where would you rank him, and not just of his play, but of his stature? Who, you know what I'm saying?
No, that man.
I'm talking about the Falcons, Georgia Tech, University of Georgia. What else? What else we got in Atlanta? That football. I mean, just where do you put him at when it comes to quarterback? Because we're talking Matt Ryan, Matthew Stafford. We're talking Michael Vick. We're talking who else we got?
No.
I don't want to say who, but just where is he ranked? Marlon, you tell me also, where is he ranked?
No, I'm just gonna tell you this. Stetson did what a lot of people said he couldn't do. And he did it with flair. He did it. He held off big time recruits. Guys couldn't get on the field because of Stetson Bennett. Guys basically like transferred.
Yeah.
Because Stetson Bennett was him. So again, just big time gamer. This man did it twice. This guy did it twice. The only quarterback I think was just probably just better than Stetson Bennett. We're just better, just a better quarterback than Stetson Bennett. And I ain't gonna even add NFL. I ain't gonna put the NFL guys in it because he hadn't played in the NFL yet. The only quarterback I would say was better than Stetson Bennett in college, Joe Hamilton. That's it. Joe Ham was elite.
Joe Ham was my dude.
Elite.
Whew.
Folks couldn't do nothing with Joe Ham.
Nah,
Couldn't do nothing with Joe Ham. Joe Ham could make every throw, was athletic. Now, Joe Ham finished second in the Heisman.
Yeah, I remember that. Yep. Second in the Heisman, dog.
Second in the Heisman, dog. Come on, man. They didn't invite Stetson to the Heisman. They didn't even invite my dog to the Heisman. They're like, man, stop. Because everybody like, man, that ain't steady. That's all that talent. All that talent been in Athens.
Yeah.
All that been in Athens. Why didn't Jake Fromm win it? Why didn't Matthew Stafford win it? Why didn't Joe Cox? Why all they got all these? Stetson was a walk-on. Now, all these 4 and 5, Jacob Eason, all these 4 and 5 star guys. Now, Stetson, man, I put a respect on Stetson Bennett's name. I'd rather see Stetson Bennett than Jimmy G. I would.
Yeah.
We know what Jimmy G is. it's enough footage out there on Jimmy G. We know what Jimmy G is. We know what it is. Well, I mean, Marlon ain't Jay
I don't know.
Fry.
Jake can have it, dog.
I just don't think
I
as
don't
good
think
as
he
Jay
has
Fry. Jay Fry was a very good college quarterback. Very good
it.
college quarterback. But yeah, give me Stetson, dog.
Yeah, he ain't have it. Yeah, he just didn't have it. He ain't have it. They lost to a walk-in state. Yeah, they are. Yeah, they were mad. They were mad. Bama was mad. I want to ask you quick, Marlon. Don't go nowhere. Okay, just real quick, because I got the question that I want to ask. But Mace, with we talked. Remember, we asked who was the most indispensable player, right? And I'm not saying it's pat myself on the back. None of that. I'm just saying it was funny because we both agreed when I mentioned Michael Harris. We was like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's true. We was
Yeah.
like, his fielding, everything is not his fault. I mean, everybody's struggling. So it ain't like he the only one struggling. Everybody hitting.
Yeah. But he'll Gold Glove out there. You can't
Yeah.
that defense. You can't, boy. That defense is special.
But before last night, because I ain't doing math, since the All-Star break, hold on, I'm about to tell you now. Since the All-Star break, before last night, he was hitting 398. He's hitting 398, slugging over 700. He has 8 home runs, 10 doubles, and 3 triples. And over 700, 8 home runs, 10. Well, he hit an. So we're gonna count tomorrow, last night, because he hit a home run last night. 9 home runs, 10 doubles, 3 triples in last 32 games. Been on fire.
Killing it.
This now and he's put the Braves on his back in a sense. I mean, it's probably gonna be too late, but they 10 games behind Mets. But Mets can Mets. We never know. But my thing is with him playing like this, because we knew he had a potential.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We knew it. And then you got Acuna too. If he continues to play like this, and just play it, hit 300. What then the Braves might be able to get something to where they might be able to. We might be seeing a chip on the wall at Truist Field, at Truist Park, I should say.
With a new coach. Gotta get a new coach.
We gotta get a new manager. Yeah. I mean, they gotta get a manager, but still, I'm just saying, with that, this is what you. And they could possibly be. I'm trying to think who we compare them to as far as we've seen some great outfield combinations, but who was the best outfield combination we've seen?
Ooh.
In the major league? I'm trying to think now. I mean, Kenny Lofton and Albert Bell was good, but they don't compare because of
Albert Bell was a terrible fielder.
That's what I'm gonna say. He was a terrible fielder.
He was a terrible fielder.
But offensive wise, they were good.
Yeah.
Did Griffey ever pair up with somebody that was good?
Nah, what was the white boy playing right field? Jay Buhner.
But Jay Buhner wasn't a great fielder like that. But Jay Buhner was nice.
Nah.
With at the plate.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what about the Braves? Who did Andrew Jones partner with?
So Andrew, that's when they moved Chipper to the left. I'm trying to remember who played right field.
So Chipper and Andrew was both playing.
Yeah.
Field? Ooh. Well,
Chipper They moved Chipper to left field.
The Chipper wasn't good fielding like that though, right?
No, he was.
Okay,
You know,
so we can't.
he was
We
okay.
got Marlon said Nixon and Tim Raines.
That was a good. That was good outfield. That was pretty good outfield.
Yeah, that was good outfield.
That's good outfield.
What about Joe Carter? And Joe Carter was like, he wasn't that good. Joe Carter was garbage.
He could hit that. That could hit.
But I can't. So, dog, it's a possible. Moises Alou was in right field.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, man, this could be probably. I can't think of nobody else. Mace, this could be the best.
It could be. I mean, you got. I mean, Acuna, Mike Harris. I mean,
right now, I got them the best fielding. They might be the best fielding right now, dog.
I had to go hit the Google.
Oh, you had to decide to see?
Yeah, let me go hit the Google, see what these folks say.
I can't think of no one. I'm trying to think.
Let's see
what about the Yankees?
Recent.
But the Yankees though, Eric Davis and Kevin Mitchell.
That's a good one. So these folks right here, they got let's see. 1990. Okay, they say 1999. The Kansas City Royals had Carlos Beltran, Johnny Damon, and Jermaine Dye.
Ooh.
1991 Oakland A's, Jose Canseco, Dave Henderson, Ricky Henderson.
Stop it.
Right.
Stop it. We're talking about fielding also.
Right. I mean, this is obviously the winner, but we didn't see them play. Felipe Alou, Willie Mays, and Willie McCollum. We didn't see them.
We didn't see them.
Now they got this trio was not good at all. What are y'all talking about?
Who?
2012 Atlanta Braves, Michael Bourne, Jason Hayward, Martin Prado. No, they were not good. No.
See, I was thinking of Vince Coleman and Willie McGee, Marlon, but I'm like, Willie wasn't a great fielder. Now you go back with Andy Van Slyke and Vince. No, I don't think Vince was there when Andy Van Slyke was.
Okay, now this is a good one here.
Oh.
Okay, the Pittsburgh Pirates when they had McCutchen, Starling Marte, and Gregory Polanco.
Okay.
But what I liked about that trio right there, because McCutchen was so elite, all three of them were center fielders.
Yeah.
But McCutchen was so elite that they were like, yeah, I got to find someone else to play. He ain't going nowhere.
Right.
He ain't going nowhere. Who else they got on this list here, right here? Nah, that ain't no good one.
When Acuna first came, who was playing outfield with him?
Who was out there with Acuna?
Because it was nice. I thought they were nice.
We were kind of. I can't remember that lineup right there. Yeah, some of these suck.
So again, that might be the best, Mace.
No,
that could be the best if
and them youngins
he was hidden.
Yeah,
you know he got the potential. Yeah, that I don't know, man. That might be the best. That could be the best. I can't, like you said, I can't think of nobody else. So it was Griffey and Tino Martinez. Was Tino, but was he a good fielder? He wasn't bad.
No, he wasn't bad, but I mean he not Acuna or Mike Harris.
Yeah, he wasn't bad though. Tino wasn't bad. Yeah, so Man, I don't know. Like I said, Braves might have got new manager, like you said.
Yeah.
They all good to go. All right, close it with this. Oh, first I gotta stop it. Just real quick. I don't know if you gotta stop it. And it ain't from this week, but I've been meaning to say this. I got you see the bobblehead. No. I'm lying. We got this bobblehead. We got this for the Hawks, right?
Which one? Killer Mike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or did I know?
Yeah. Mine's still in the box.
Okay, you got it from the Hawks? Okay.
Yeah. Mine's still in the box.
Well, I'm gonna take stop it away because no, I got another bobblehead from the Braves. I was thinking I got this from the Braves. I'm like, yo, why did the Braves? I was thinking, why the Braves give us Killer Mike? Okay, I see the jersey, but look. Then I said true to Atlanta. That's why I'm like, but you're right. We did get this from the Hawks.
Yeah, we got it from the Hawks.
We got okay. My bad, Braves. My bad. Because I'm like, I was looking at it like, hold up. But you're right. I missed it. They had Usher. I didn't get that one.
Yeah, the Usher one was a hot one to get.
And HBCU is tonight, and I'm missing that one.
Oh, that's tonight? Oh, that's right, because the game this weekend. Yeah,
the White Sox. Okay. All right, question of the night. We gotta ask Marlon. I want you to participate. Cuz, if you still here to participate. Who is a great player? Or who was a great player that you still feel was underrated?
Ooh.
A great player. I'm gonna start with the easy one. I've always said this. So I'm gonna just start, just to let y'all know where I was. I've always said Ray Allen was underrated. I believe Ray Allen was underrated. As great as he is, what we look at Ray Allen as?
A 3-point shooter.
In any sport, Marlon, any sport, a 3-point shooter.
Yeah.
But when you think of that's Jesus Shuttlesworth, dog.
Yeah, man.
When you think of what he did,
go look at Seattle Supersonic Ray. Go look at Milwaukee Buck Ray. He was yamming on folks.
Folks. He had the mid-range. His handles were sick.
Yeah. Now
you couldn't stop driving to the hole. You couldn't stop Ray.
Ray was him.
Ray was that. I always say he is still underrated. As great as he is, Hall of Famer, all that, he is underrated.
Dude, I'm gonna keep it local, and I'm gonna fight this tooth and nail. Dominique Wilkins.
Ooh,
Dominique Wilkins, dude. What is the era? What players in the league, they know. They do. But Dominique really never got the proper credit he was due. And when you look at, he was left off that 50 when they did the first list of the all-time greats. Like, y'all got Neek messed up. Like, Neek was giving everybody buckets.
Everybody.
Dog, and he was Jordan's peer. Like, people forget that, but he was here. They wasn't making deep playoff runs. But put Neek anywhere. And the crazy part about it, Neek was all we had. Like, if Neek didn't score 28, 30, 35, 40 points a night, we had no shot.
Right.
Neek was him.
Right.
And it's not talked about enough.
Yeah. No,
he
I agree.
He should have easily been in the top 50. Like, are y'all serious?
Easily.
And even to this day, they be talking about all these other people, man. Like, Neek was that guy. Y'all are tripping.
Marlon, put this back up. He was the only person as a Bulls fan. When they played Jordan, I'm like, this dude, we cannot stop him. This dude is going toe-to-toe with Jordan every time.
mid-range, spin move, yamming. Man, dog, Neek would give you 40 before you could blink your eye.
Right.
That little run in the lane, Marlon, he put it behind his head and then finger roll it. Man.
Easily.
And coming off any break, Neek put that thing down on his hip. Neek,
Yep.
man. Oh my God. Crazy.
I would say, okay, another person I think that was underrated and still great. I hate to say this because of what you've been saying about my boy. I don't even know if I'm gonna say it. I ain't gonna say it because you've been talking trash about my boy.
Man, go to give it, man. Go to give it.
No, because you be talking about my boy. I was watching him last night, my boy, and I'm like, Mace. Oh, man, I want to call Mason. Like, look at this phone. You see this? You talking about him? Okay, first, let me say this. I gotta put the stat out, and then I'll say my boy. You already know what I'm gonna say when I say this. Let me put the stat out first. I was watching the game last night, right? I'm in the 1996. It was the last game of the season, 49ers against Detroit Lions, right? Barry needed 160 yards, win a rushing title. They playing in a muddy field. 49ers had the third best rushing defense. Barry gets 175 rushing yards. But look, they put a stat up, dog. It was so crazy. Like you said, Barry was number one in yards lost, right? He was number one. He had 16 or 17 yards, 17 rushes that was more than 3 yard loss or more, right? And it was like add up to like 300 or something, 200 or something crazy.
Yeah.
He had like 31 where it was like 0 yards, just whatever.
Wait a minute. Ty, hold. You're not gonna say Barry Sanders was underrated.
No.
Okay, I'm gonna say, man, get out of here.
Listen. So he averaged minus like in them yards, 16 like -7, and then he had like 30 rushes where he only had 0 yards rushing, like he didn't get nothing. But in his other runs that he had plus, his average was 7.9 yards per carry, dog, when he didn't get held back. You know how crazy that is?
As long as you don't come out here talking, he was underrated. That's what I thought you were going. I've been saying, hey man, get out of here with that.
I had to say this. I had to say that to say this.
I was like, get out of here with that.
Emmitt Smith is very underrated, as great as he is. I don't think he gets enough credit that Emmitt's supposed to get. Because everybody always look at his line. Everybody looks at his line. They say he was slow. Emmitt's run track, y'all. Emmitt told me, like, man, y'all know I was in track. That's what I went to school for in Florida.
But how was Emmitt slow? Didn't nobody ever catch him?
But what they say, Emmitt was slow. But Emmitt was a warrior. Emmitt vision was great. His cuts were great. He'd juke you too. He'd run you over. He was a football player.
He was.
I don't think, and he was a big game player. In big games, he showed up in big games all the time. I don't think he gets it just due, just because of that line and who he played with and everything. But that's my football player. Malcolm says no. I mean, Marlon says he was faster than that.
Again, nobody ever caught him.
Nobody caught him. Nope. Nope.
Nobody ever caught my guy. Now I think it's hard to say underrated when he's viewed as the best running back to ever play the game. I mean, he's the all-time.
No, he's not. You view him as that.
I'm just saying, all-time lead rusher. I mean, it's hard to be underrated when you
Hey,
all-time lead rusher in the whole world. You know what I'm saying? Worldwide. Worldwide, Craig.
Oh man, Marlon, you ain't got one? I'm surprised Marlon had one. That's a tough question, though. It's a tough question.
It's tough because like I say,
great.
It's a lot of guys. But I think a lot of times we have to. So I always say this but it worked against Dominique. Time is always these guys' best friend.
Mm-hmm.
But then a lot of times they have to stay relevant, stay in the, cause like once you kind of out the eye, then you out the eye. People just gonna like forget about you. They be like, man, who? So I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I got another one. This is the last one. I got one. I don't know if you got it, but David Robinson.
David Robinson, vastly underrated.
Underrated. David Robinson, underrated. He could do anything. Slim as he was, but that joker was cut. But that joker, he was powerful, dunk on you, face you up, shoot the jumper, face you up, drive to the hole, play with his back against you. Very underrated. Great defensive player. We know that.
Right.
Great rebounder. Yeah, very underrated. Very, very, very underrated. You know who else I think was underrated too?
Who?
Of course, I believe Charles Barkley, but you know who? Maybe I underestimated him. I was watching some highlights of Tim Duncan the other day, Mace.
Big fundamental, man.
Ace, when I was looking, when you should have saw my face, like I saw a bad one or something walking out. I mean, that's how I was looking. You know that, like.
Hey man, listen.
Dude,
Tim
I didn't
Duncan
know he was that good, bro.
Tim Duncan was him. I got to do it as KG. For all the KGI, KG could do nothing with Tim Duncan. He admits it.
Yeah,
he tried to get on the skin, couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Duncan was him.
Yeah, he was, dog. But yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie though, man. Like I said, I was watching him. I'm looking like I didn't know he was as cold. I just turned me up. And you know, I'm gonna be honest. You know what made me not like Tim?
Why, he wasn't flashy?
No, because he came over and said, "Give me this" to David Robinson. I mean, true enough, David was hurt. David tore his ACL, so he wasn't the same. But just because of that, I didn't like him. Okay, we said great player though, Marlon. But Marlon said he think Phillip Rivers, which I definitely agree. But we're saying great player. But I agree, Phillip Rivers was very underrated. I agree. I don't think he was little. I think he was underrated. You know, I don't think he gets enough flack. I mean, enough props for what he did. So I agree with that. But I don't think he's a great player. I don't think he's a great player.
Very, very good. Very, very good.
And then one more football. One last one. Marvin Harrison.
Yeah. But he was so quiet, man. He was kind of.
He was quiet.
he was kind of unsung.
You hear me?
Yeah.
He went quiet in them streets, but
nah. He was a whole thug. He was a whole thug. Like, you better know that. Like,
yeah, he was a whole thug.
You ain't want them problems. He was gonna get with you.
Yeah. He was.
He was gonna get with you. You got to be careful when you talk about. You know, we call them. You know, we call them Two Pistols. That's our nickname for old Marvin Harrison. Two Pistols. Yeah, man. Hey, run up on Marvin. You want to?
Hey, I don't know. See, I know down here is different in Atlanta, but I know in Chicago, when it was a cat that was quiet. Them was the ones we always watch out for. We was like, yo, don't mess with dude. He's too quiet.
I always listen. It's the ones who don't say nothing. They're gonna have you missing and stinking. So
All right, man. So before we go, Marlon, I got to get your information, dog, just in case I have another double header. Mace, can I show off right quick?
show off.
Marlon. Fit it. You see this, Marlon? Fit it. Look, fit it. You got this for Mace. Mace, how much you pay for this? $10.
The 10.
I was trying to call everybody I know that $10, dog.
The
At the
10.
stadium. This is at the stadium. Braves. Legit. New Era cap.
For the 10, y'all.
The big A. Yeah. I got one too.
Yeah, we got him. We got that thing for the 10. That boy called me and said, I said, yeah, boy, hold on. I'm finna send you that right now.
First he was like, yo. First he was
I thought it was a snap. I thought it was a snapback. But I still would have got it for 10.
Yeah, but remember you said I got the little A. He's like, I ain't got that.
Yeah. I saw the big A.
Like,
yeah, I saw the big A. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I need that.
So next time they have a double header, I think that's when they do it for stuff like that.
Yeah,
I will let y'all know. Marlon, you gotta message me your info, dog, so I can hit you up like, hey, you want one? You know.
Yeah, he showed. I said, boy, let me pull over right now and send you that.
For real.
Yeah.
For real.
Let me get
big
that.
A, yep. But hey, speaking of A, man, it's been a great one. Always
the A-town traffic, y'all. And again, I have no business in traffic because I don't even have to take the expressway.
Yeah, you was
but
tripping.
today I had to because I had to go to the east side.
You was tripping.
I have no business on the east side. And what do I get? Traffic.
You was tripping. But look,
they ain't never got to worry about me during the week.
No more.
Done.
What is he doing?
Right.
Mace, before we go, stay right there. I got something to say after we go. But look, y'all hear this music. You already know what it means. It means that it's time to let you go. But before we go, don't go anywhere because you might be a part of shout outs because I got some shout outs for you. First of all, we give a shout out to the Almighty God for giving me this platform to do what I do, say what I say, make you all upset, mad, want to give me the stop it button. God, I definitely appreciate it. Also, I want to shout out to my homie, my dog, Mace.
Everybody, East Side will never get me during the week again. Never, ever, ever.
Also, shout out to Doc and the little baby.
Had the little princess on.
Yeah, shout out to her. Shout out to the whole family. Also, man, shout out to everyone who came in the chat room. Shout out to, of course, my guy coming every week, my guy Marlon. Appreciate you, dog. My cuz Juan, you know, cuz, man, this is good. I can't stop thinking about that, man. So happy for you, bro. Also, shout out to Vincent the Fantasy Jew for coming on the show. We appreciate you, bro. Shout out to TJ in the chat room. Jacob, like always. Appreciate you, man. Hey. Oh, shout out to Danny for them crazy comments.
Danny gonna keep a crazy comment.
Yeah, he's gonna keep a crazy one. Shout out to my family, man. My lovely children, my nieces, nephews, cousins, uncles, aunties, brothers, sisters, grandparents, play cousins. Hey, let family know that you love them. Love them while they can still feel it. Love them while they're still alive. As Mace always say, what you always say, Mace?
Man, just be a good person, man. Don't cost nothing to be a good person, man. Be a good person, man.
Nothing. Also, man, continue to watch sports. You got NFL football. You got college football now. We got baseball. Basketball about to warm up. But anyway, next week, same time, same show, same for your host, same for his nonsense.
We'll not be going to the east side.
When you miss me, guess the east side would be missing Mason. We out.
No east.
What up, y'all? You know who it is, your boy Kiss. Right now, you checking out the 3-point conversion.